Good morning, afternoon or evening. My name is Sam Barker. I've never been to Chicago, and let's get on with the show. So today signals the start of the new Premier League show. We've got a little bit of catching up to do, so we might as well crack straight into it. So I'm going to start by looking at the 5 teams with new managers at the start of the season. I've highlighted all of them up there. So we'll start with Stoke, down in 12th. The summer saw the end of Tony Pulis' 8-year reign in charge. Mark Hughes was introduced to try and reinvigorate the team a little bit. Yeah, so that sort of didn't really happen. So looking up the table, the next team is Manchester United. Oh, is that the time? Oh, we'll have to move on. 2 places higher than Manchester United, something David Moyes could never do as Everton manager, is Roberto Martinez's Everton. He's come in, played some brilliant football. They look impressive, pushing for Europe. 2 places higher than Everton, as you can see, are Chelsea, who brought in their hero, their saviour, the newly christened Happy One, Jose Mourinho. It was quite a slow start for Mourinho. The team weren't playing particularly fluid football, but recently with the combination of Hazard, Oscar and Willian, they look more fluid in the midfield, and playing badly and being only 2 spots off the top really concerns me. I think they will probably be there at the end of the title. 1 place above them is Manchester City, whose new manager sounds more like he should be at the darts than a football manager, Manuel the Engineer Pellegrini. Now, the Engineer seems like a pretty fitting nickname, seeing as he's constructed this beautiful machine which works very well at home, but when it has to travel it kind of loses its way a little bit, and that's basically what's happened to City this season. So those are the managers that came in over the summer, but the managerial merry-go-round has been in full flow all season. The first to go was Sunderland's Paulo Di Canio, who didn't even manage to make it to October. 1 feisty South American replaced with another as Gus Poyet came in to replace him. Not much change there really. The second manager to go was much loved Ian Holloway, departing Crystal Palace in late October to be replaced by much slightly less loved Tony Pulis, who has actually been doing quite well. The third to depart in a torrid December for managers was everyone's favourite Fat Tony lookalike Martin Jol, who was sacked from Fulham following a poor run of results, which led to René Mullenstein coming in and basically not really doing very much. 4th was West Brom's Steve Clarke. We don't really know why he was sacked. We don't know who his replacement's going to be. Great work over there at West Brom. Andre Villas-Boas was the next man to go, sacked and replaced by the mighty Tim Sherwood. Tim Sherwood, he's yeah. Nevertheless, Tim Sherwood has come in. He has played good football with a brilliant, unique brand of 4-4-2, which we've never seen before. And finally, it was a very Merry Christmas to Malky Mackay as he was sacked by everyone's new favourite supervillain, Vincent Tan, who replaced him with the Norwegian Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We await to see how that one will go. I am aware, of course, that with over 4 months of football to catch up on, I'm going to need to fire stuff out pretty quickly. So I'm now going to play a game of word association with myself. Okay, word association, let's go. Battle for the title. Oh, exhilarating. Relegation dogfight. Oh, exhilarating. Vincent Tan. Evil. Aaron Ramsey. Revelation. Mesut Ozil. Overrated. Joke Kinnear. You know the point of word association is that you may say 1 word. Hey, it's my game, it's my rules, okay? Just ask the questions. Okay. Greg Dyke. Luis Suarez. Oh, ridiculous. Chelsea's strikers. Oh, ridiculous. Stefan Jovetic. Who? Adnan Januzaj. Tom Daly. And finally, David Moyes. Okay. So there we have it. the season summarised so far in a weird nutshell of word, phrase and sometimes even action association game. So there we have it, we've come to the end of the first Premier League video. This week has been a bit of a catch up. Next week we'll be delving a bit more into the fixtures of the previous weekend. So this weekend we've got a couple of decent fixtures coming up. The big one for me, probably Newcastle are playing Manchester City at home. That should be an enticing one. Also Fulham versus Sunderland down the bottom of the table. Big relegation six-pointer, as the phrase is, I believe. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. If you really liked it, why don't you subscribe? Won't do you any harms, just a click in the down there somewhere. If you have any comments about any of the upcoming fixtures this weekend or anything I discussed, anything you disagree with, please feel free to leave them below. I will read all of them, and if I like them, might even add them into the next video, so you might get a shout out. Next week will be more based on the fixtures that have happened this coming weekend. We've got some crackers, but I don't know what they are. But the managerial merry-go-round has been in full throat. The fourth to go was the third manager to depart. The third manager to depart in a. The third manager to depart. Oh my god. To depart.